The reason why I bring this story up is because after that experience, I was extremely racist. I know that sounds wild that you know me now and this, that, and the other, but I was 15, 16 at the time. I did not like black people, to say it in the nicest way possible. Back in 8th and 9th grade, there was a group of guys that I was hanging out with, like the party crowd, not that good of people. One of them was a drug dealer, and basically one time I had stolen his weed stash and I was selling it to other people in the group. Well, later on down the road, later on down the road, when they found out about it, I went to this 3-day party that they were having in their backyard or whatever, and these guys were all black, and that does matter for what I'm getting at here. Basically, I went there, and all I remember is walking in and handing the one guy some cigarettes that I had bummed that day. And before I know it, when I'm handing him the cigarettes, it's 1, 2, and then I was out. And even after I was unconscious and stuff, they were still beating my ass. I've heard stories from the other people that were trying to get them to stop. That once they got me, so it was in the garage. They closed the door. They were beating my ass there. And somehow I traipsed out there into the field of the party with everybody else. And in the process of doing that, the one girl was trying to drag me to my car, and they were still beating my ass as she was dragging me to my car. Then, when she finally got me in the car, he was so strong that he pulled the lock through the car, tore me out, and was curb stomping my head on the curb out there on the street, quite literally. And I woke up the next morning, and I remember waking up to a nightmare dream thing. And what I could remember is exactly what I started this with, is that I was getting hit 1, 2, and then getting my ass beat. I'm not saying that I didn't necessarily deserve some extent of it, but the extent that they took it was absolutely absurd, because after that, they were showing up at my mom's house, threatening her and me, saying that if I didn't pay this, after they already gotten everything back, saying that if I didn't pay this, if I didn't do that they were gonna beat my ass more, and it was just complete harassment for a long time. Then it got to the extent that when I was going to school, I literally had to leave class because I had 3 of them hunting me down in school after they've gotten everything back, after they got money, after they already beat my ass. So at this point, there's no need for any of this shit. So basically, I left class, I actually left school, and I had to call my probation officer at the time and let her know what was going on. So eventually, I completely left high school, and that's when I went to Penn to CPI. The reason why I bring this story up is because after that experience, I was extremely racist. I know that sounds wild that you know me now and this, that, and the other, but I was 15, 16 at the time. I did not like black people, to say it in the nicest way possible. I was that experience made me a racist for the longest time.
That is exactly what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean? You had that one experience, and it completely shaped your worldview. And I'm not saying that I agree with racist or I condone that sort of activity, but I have empathy because a lot of people have experiences like that, and that's why they are the way that they are. You know what I mean? So I can understand it.
Yeah, and then for anybody who does see this, you can clearly see that can change. If you can, if you can actually truly dig deep down into yourself and start to realize that people are people, no matter what color they are, no matter what sex they are, it doesn't really matter. Those people were just shitty people. It had nothing to do with the color of their skin. They were just shitty people. It was just that.
They could have been green, you know what I mean? It would have been the same thing, you know what I mean?
But as a 15, 16-year-old kid, didn't really see it that way.
Yeah.
It took me a while to finally come around. I might have been 18. I think it was 18 or 19. I got a new friend who, me and him were very close, and he was actually African American. And he kind of was able to help me
see things differently,
transform my mindset. Ever since then, now that's something that I'm never going to go back to, because I think it's just an ignorant way of thinking. To be able to compare people in that sense and make a whole generalization off of one fucking experience, I think it's just ignorant, to say the least. And so, I don't know if I ever told you that story, but
I'm happy you did, man, because that's not a story a lot of people would tell. So I respect you for that. And like I said, I see what led you down that. I can see the psychology behind that experience. So it's not like I think you're a horrible person for ever thinking that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the friend group I hung out with didn't really help as much either, because a lot of those guys, they weren't too fond of, I don't know how to say this nicely. Yeah, like they said some, it was always, they'd be calling them racial slurs like that. We never said black or African or whatever. We always used a different terminology. So I believe that influence was not a good impact on me either.
Yeah.
You know, once I got rid of them, got away from them, and, you know, got my other good friend and this, that, and the other, like, my whole mindset changed. Just growing up and being able to expand my thoughts and beliefs and stuff, I believe is what changed me. And having different experiences in life. But yeah, I mean, I guess long story short, there was a point where I let my experiences shape my mindset. And, yeah. I mean, I guess it just goes along with what we were saying. It's a true story based off, true story, true example based off what we were just talking. I mean, I'm not proud of who I was back then. I can't change it. I know now that it was a very ignorant way of thinking. But I mean, they fucked me up. Like, really fucked me up. Like, I'm surprised I didn't have, like, brain damage or some shit. Like, it was bad. And the continued harassment all throughout the rest of the high school years and shit was just absolutely insane. But yeah, I mean, it's still not an excuse to have that full-on belief. Yeah. Even having a shitty experiences like that, there's no excuse for somebody to sit there and start to be a complete fucking racist asshole after that. You just shouldn't like those people. As in the individuals who did it. Yeah, I want to clarify that. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's something I've ever spoke about publicly at all. So, I don't know. Shit changes, people change, but it's also a testament to show that people can change. Even if they are a racist motherfucker, like, they can change their mindset. They just have to figure it out them fucking selves. So, I mean, yeah.
Well, on that note, it was great chatting up with you, bro. And I'll see you Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday. I can't believe this went that direction. Jesus.
I'm happy it did, though. That was actually a dope story, bro. Like, seriously. That was fun. There's a lot of friction in this world. There's a lot of things stopping you from trying to ascend and get to your goals. But you can't be afraid of the friction. You gotta become like sandpaper, calloused, ready to be rubbed. And remain gritty regardless. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, without the friction, without any challenges or friction per se, then you'll never be able to learn anything and actually get to where you want to be. Nothing's going to happen overnight, and nothing's going to happen without some type of problem.
Absolutely, man. And the adversities and hardship you go through in life can make you a better person if you really take the lesson out of it. You know, me and Rob, we make plenty of mistakes. We've made plenty of mistakes. We continue to have challenges, have battles on the daily. But it's all to help us climb up that ladder and just try to become a better version of ourselves.
Yeah, I believe it's part of the process to being successful is having to go through trials and tribulations. It's like, this cannot happen, success cannot happen without the trials and tribulations, without some of the friction, some of the hard shit. I believe it's literally just like a rite of passage.
Absolutely. And I think like lessons stick better when you go through the hard times. Like, I can tell somebody, you can tell me, like, okay, I'm a kind of retarded. So you can tell me something and I might not listen until I go through it myself, and then the lesson really sticks with me. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people are the same way. You got to go through you got to go through it to really understand it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can relate to that. Like, I have to learn shit the hard way. I'm not always going to learn based off of what somebody tells me, or I'm not going to be able to learn everything off of somebody else's mistakes. It's like,
sometimes you got to make the mistake to really understand the lesson within it.
Yeah, like sometimes you think you can do it better, or they don't know what they're talking about, and you go and you try to do it yourself, and all of a sudden you then realize, like, well, fuck.
Yeah, bro, was kind of spitting. Like, you know what I mean?
They were right.
And that happens to me, like, a lot, you know what I mean? It's just like, I go through life and I was like, man, like, maybe my parents weren't tweaking. Maybe when I was young and they were trying to tell me something, like, I was being an arrogant teen, you know what I mean? And they were really spitting game, you know what I mean?
Until you had to go out there and learn it the hard way, and then you look back at it like, oh fuck, like I should have listened.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have to go through this, but I'm here now, so I just got to rock with it.
Absolutely.
And do better going forward.
And that's the whole part, is the doing better going forward part. Yeah. If you just keep making the same mistake, you didn't learn anything. You know what I mean?
And I also believe that life will keep throwing that same situation at you and tempting you to make that same mistake until you actually defeat it and learn the lesson that you were meant to actually learn from it. And I feel like that can apply to almost anything in life.
This is a non-alcoholic beverage, by the way.
Bula.
2 separate cards, like $30.
But yeah, I mean,
I want to eat that.
I just
they just like baby bonuses.
Without it, I don't think you would really learn anything. Like, yeah, you're going to learn from your successes, but you don't learn as much as you do from like your failures. And I don't know, like I keep going back to this, but it's like part of the process. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, if you're not willing to go out there and lose some things and learn a lesson and be a loser in some people's eyes, or looking stupid in some people's eyes in order to actually learn the lessons that you're meant to learn, then if you just give up, you're lost anyway. Like, you totally failed, you totally lost, you're not getting anywhere.
Absolutely, bro. And it's like, it's messy, bro. Life is messy and chaotic. And it's like, Instagram wants to sell you the idea that everything's perfectly scheduled, every minute detail is controlled, and then I wake up and I do my cold shower at this exact time, and I fold my, I make my, you know what I mean? Life is just messy, bro. It's crazy out here, bro.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. Nothing is
even
perfect.
if they want to try to portray that they are. I don't know. It's something I think about a lot, especially like in my own life. Especially trying to do this social media stuff. I've been doing this for almost 3 years and haven't been able to make really anything off of it. And now I'm finally getting to the point where in about 3 to 4 months' time, I'll be able to monetize shit and actually be able to get something out of everything that's been going on. And I feel like that's the other thing, is sometimes you have to be willing to give, give without always receiving something right away. Like, I feel like eventually things will come back to you, but not always in the moment or at the time that you expect it to.
Yeah, absolutely. And the universe works on reciprocity. So it's like, what you give, you get what you give. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the more that you give, the more that you get. And my bishop at church is like huge on that. It's just like really that like karmic cycle, you know what I mean? Of if you put good things in the universe, if you're giving, if you're providing value, it always comes back to you. You know what I mean?
But at the same note, you shouldn't just be doing it just to get something in return. Like, your intentions need to be pure, not, hey, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and I know
get
that
this off of this person.
Yeah.
But know that it will be rewarded eventually.
Yeah.
So don't think that your efforts are vain. I guess is the point that I'm trying to make. It's not, try and seek things from people or take from the universe. It's just like understanding that I'm going to do X and I'm not going to get immediate reward, but it will be rewarded eventually. That is the mindset.
At some point in time, when the universe says it, it's the time. But, I feel like giving is a big quality to have, to be that type of person that's willing to help people and not expect anything in return. And I feel like you're saying, a lot will come eventually, but it's not going to be when you think it is, when you plan this,
or how you want it to be sometimes. You know,
it comes in different ways, shapes and forms.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like some people stop doing that because they get taken advantage of or,
22 and a half million.
I mean, really, I think that's the main thing is somebody feels like they've been giving so much that eventually they stop and they become this very callous person because they were
bitter or whatever. Yeah. They got backstabbed. Now they like hate everybody and they're just a Debbie Downer. You feel me? Where when it's like, you know, patience is what they're really missing, bro. That's life. And even building relationships takes time. You know what I mean? And you gotta be patient, bro, with everything. It's like, that's what I'm noticing a lot now that I'm really going crazy with the outreach and I'm like, you know, DMing a lot of artists. It's like that first touch isn't gonna get me to work with them. It's gonna take a couple more conversations to really build their trust, and then obviously, you know, for me to trust them and have that connection. It's not gonna happen like this. It's a persistent thing that you gotta keep pouring into.
Yeah, and like, you also shouldn't, I mean, on the same note, like, you shouldn't be going after somebody just to get something. You should be able to, it should be a two-way street. You should be able to provide value, and they should be able to provide value, and I feel like that's what really builds strong relationships as well.
But with all this being said, what's your angle on being taken advantage of? Like, at what point do you say, okay, I'm not getting that reciprocated from this person or this thing? Like, at what point do you say enough is enough?
I guess it also based on their personality. Let's say you're helping, you're doing a lot, but like, you can't even reach out to this person for a simple conversation. They're only reaching out to you when they need something, when they want something, and it starts to show that they are only using you. And I'm not saying that you should stop like helping, just stop maybe helping this person and take your energy and direct it somewhere else. But don't let it callous you up so much that you no longer want to help anybody at all and you think everybody's out to get you. I mean,
so you're saying just direct your energy somewhere else.
Yeah.
Keep it flowing. Yeah. Keep that same spirit alive, but just aim it towards a different target.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, I've been in that like exact situation. I mean, I've gone back and looked at some of like my poetry and stuff that I had written years ago, and to believe like the mindset I was at because I was so hurt by the people that I trusted so much, or the people that I was trying to work with, that I really just didn't fucking like anybody.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't do anything for anybody, and I believe like I was letting those experiences shape who I was as a person. And so, like, I can say that from, like, personal experience, like, that's not the way to go about it. Like, eventually, I came to be where I'm at now, and, like, I try to help as many people as I can with what I can. And I don't expect anything back from it. Especially in the social media space, I feel like there's no competition here. We can all help each other, but it goes beyond that. Just in life in general, if somebody needs somebody to talk to or something like that, like, I feel like I get something out of it too. Like, I'm being able to hear their story or learn something from it. So I feel like just shutting yourself off and letting your old habits and things or your old experiences control like how you're going to be as a person is just like the wrong way to go about it.
I mean, that's how people become racist or sexist or things of that nature, is they have like one bad experience with this group of people and now they hate the entire group of people.
I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but
that's the mindset I had.
No, I can give you an exact example of that, to be honest with you. This might sound crazy, but fuck it. Hopefully I don't get any backlash. But basically,
I'll see you Saturday.
I'll see you Saturday. I can't believe this went that direction. Jesus.
I'm happy it did, though. That was actually a dope story, bro. Like, seriously. That was fun.